Hello. So we are already study in our module optical module optics. In our optics, we study about the laser. What is laser chapter. So in the last lecture, we study about the three process of the transition of the energy in between the laser is stimulated absorption, spontaneous emission, and stimulated emission. In today's lecture, we first of all study about the population inversion. So now, what is population inversion? Two, I just write here what is population inversion. The process by which the population of a particular higher energy state is made more that of a specified lower energy state is called population inversion. Okay, so what is that? So this process is known as population inversion. With what I write here, the process by which the population of the particular of a particular higher energy state is much made more that of the specific lower energy state when the number of atoms of the atom is not in a lower energy state. If that maximum number of atoms if jump to the higher energy state, and this process is known as population inversion. That means the maximum number of atoms does not stay in a lower energy state, just jump through any process, just jump to the higher energy state, and this process is known as population inversion. And population inversion, this process is known as population inversion. Usually let the number of particles N2 of higher energy level E2 is less than population in N1 of the energy level E1. That means suppose N2 is after the population inversion, then N2 is the number of particles in a E2 state, and N1 is the number of particles in a E1 state, atom. So that means, and we also know that E2 is always greater than E1, so the ratio of the N1 by N2 is given by the Boltzmann statistics. We already studied. This is the population inversion ratio. Okay, so we can say that this is the population inversion ratio, how many number of particle already stayed in a higher energy state and how many particle is in a lower energy state. Okay, it is done by the B statistic because it is not related to the any type of it does not taken the any other phenomena of those particles or the atoms, is spin, is integers quantum number, nothing like that. It is just treated as a gas particle. So that's why we just use the B statistic, because the atoms is in a lower state, we give some energy, dump to the higher order state, and every atom is a indistinguishable. Distinguishable. Okay. So it is done by this one. So this process is known as population inversion. So population inversion is done by the one process is known as pumping. Pumping, that means you just pump some energy from in a lower side. That's why in the lower state atoms become excited and jump to the higher state energy level, and this process is also known as pumping. Pumping is done by the optical pumping. There is various process. One is optical pumping. It is done in a ruby laser. Second is electrical discharge. Electric discharge pumping. It is done in a helium neon laser. Third is direct conversion. It is done in a semiconductor laser. And another one is for chemical reaction. It is done in a CO2 laser. Okay. All thing is already written in your notes, my notes. So this is the population inversion. How the population inversion process is done. It is done by the okay, suppose I can say that when the atoms is jump from lower energy state to higher energy state, the stability time, the stability time or the life in this excited state is almost 10 to the power minus 8 second. That means in between this time, this excited atom again return to its initial orbit or the lower state energy. That means the population inverse never be happen if the time interval of the transition is 10 to the minus 8 second, because suppose one electron already, if in the first one electron is up to the excited state, in between the second atom is going to the excited state, the first atom already returned to the lower energy state. So that means the E2 energy state does not get the maximum number of atoms or maximum number of population. That means the population inversion is not be happen through this process, this transition. So you need another energy state level, and this energy state level is known as metastable state. Metastable state. Now we can say that N1 is the lower energy state, N2 is the population in the metastable state, and the energy is, this one is E1, this one is E2, this one is E3. Okay, now there is a various number of atom is in a lower energy state. So the transition from E1 to E3. So that means in between the 10 to the minus 8 time, that E3, the excited electron in E3 is returned to the its initial surface, but in between this surface, the E3, this electron, excited electron stored in the this mediator state, and this mediator state is known as metastable state. Is it clear for everyone? So we must have need a metastable state. Without this metastable state, we does not meet the population inversion process. For the population inversion process, we need a mediator state, and this mediator state is known as population inversion. Now, how laser is work. How laser is work. Laser is work by a 3-step. First step is pumping. The second stage is population inversion. And third state is stimulated emission. Okay, so I just draw the transition of three process. Okay, so we need a ground state energy. Suppose this one is a E0. We need a metastable state. The energy is E2, and this one is E1. This one is E2. So in the first process, the H nu equal to E2 minus E0, and this is the first process, pumping. We put some energy in a lower state atoms. That's why we just pump to the lower state atom to the higher energy state, and this process is known as pumping. We put some energy by to the any type of process, optical pumping, electrical discharge process, direct conversion process, chemical reaction process. By to the external we gave some external force from the outside. That's why these electrons become excited and jump to the higher energy state, and this process is known as pumping. We just pumping. Due to this pumping, the electron now is situated in a higher energy state E2, and transition of for the short life of 10 to the minus 8 second, the electrons, this excited electron try to return to its lower orbit. When the electron try to return to its lower orbit, the electron get another state is known as metastable state. So metastable state have a population inversion step. So this is the population inversion. This is the population inversion state. This is the population inversion state. Inversion. Okay, and it is done by the population inversion is done by the spontaneous emission. Okay, It is done by the spontaneous emission because the already excited electrons are in an excited state E2, because E2 energy is much greater than the E1. So that means the electrons, the excited electron usually return to the initial lower energy state by itself, and this process is known as spontaneous emission. Now this metastable state already get the population inversion, and as well as if you so when this whole number of atom jump from this higher energy state E2 E1 to E0, then the number of frequency or the number of discrete energy is increases when the number of atom in the metastable is increases, and this process is known as, the third process is stimulated emission. And we get a very high amplitude, vast intensity. We get that light, the light with very high intensity, very high coherence, and such type of light is known as laser beam. This is the process how laser would work. Okay. So this is the process how the laser is work. So it is already almost done. The process of the optical pumping, electric discharge process, or direct conversion process, chemical reaction process, pumping, all are written in your book. Is Sanjay Kumar Bhattacharya. You just read over this one. If you get any complication, so then ask me a question by through the phone. Okay, this is just one various process how it is work. Okay. So in our lecture, in our today's lecture, we just so in a two lecture we just study about the what is laser, what is differentiate, how we can differentiate the laser from the ordinary light, how and why we differentiate the laser beam from the ordinary light, how laser beam is work. It is worked by the three process: spontaneous stimulated absorption, spontaneous emission, and stimulated emission. So then we can read about we can study about the what is stimulated absorption, what is spontaneous emission, and what is stimulated emission. Then we are come through a process. We just read about the three process how it is work, and which process is responsible for the releasing of the laser beam. We just see the population inversion process, how it is work. We just see that the all atoms is in a lower energy state. For the high intensity, for the releasing of the high intensity light beam, we need a maximum number of atoms is in a higher energy state. When this high number of atoms jump to the higher energy state to lower energy state, then the amount of energy is increases. Then the one electron is jump from E2 to E1, or two electrons jump from E2 to E1. Then the 100 electron jump from E2 to E1, the amount of energy is increases. That means the intensity of the light laser beam is also increases. So we need a specific, we need a process, and this process is known as population inversion. We need the maximum numbers of atom is in a excited state. When excited state, then the excited number of atoms, the higher number of excited atom jump from the higher energy state to the lower energy state. Okay, how is the population inversion occurs? Is population inversion occur by the process is known as pumping. The pumping is a process, is also work as a stimulated absorption. Pumping is the process is known as stimulated absorption, because we gave some energy from the outside to the lower energy state atom, and this lower energy state atom get the energy and jump to the higher energy state. So pumping process is done by the stimulated absorption. Okay, now when we put some energy to the lower energy state, it is done by the stimulated absorption, and the process is known as pumping. Pumping is done by the various laser. For the various process, for the Lubbe laser is optical pumping, for the helium neon laser is electron discharge pumping. Okay, then the excited electron try to return to its lower energy state for the stability, and the lifetime is 10 to the minus 8 seconds. When that single electron return to its initial state, the intermediate state is known as metastable state is already occurs. So this metastable state, the electron actually the higher excited electron jump to the metastable state. So the number of atom in the metastable state is increasing. So the metastable state is done a population inversion. Then the total number of atoms jump to the higher energy state to lower energy state. That means the amount of energy is increases, and this is done by the stimulated emission. This is the process the laser is work. Next, we just study about the Einstein coefficient of AB, and what is the AB coefficient, how it is work in a laser beam. Okay, thank you.